Well, it's still going on outside. Today was, I think somebody was pretending they were Will. Outside my clients, I could hear them off in the distance. No, of course not. I didn't help her, and I said that because I didn't believe her. And no, I didn't know what was going on. And she said all these people, all they do is lie anyways. Okay. Then before that, I got back to the store, from the store, and said, Karen's Will for the day. Now that's a cop. For Will was supposed to protect her. We take turns watching her, okay? Karen's Will for the day said they already found all the kids lying a long time ago, and she's going to be going for a different medical license, and nobody better say a word to her. They already knew all the kids lied. I'm like, you're slow, right? They knew an 18, and so did you. You're just trying to pull a fast one down here. You know, instead of retired Judge Pete kiss Michelle's family ass a call, we could call him the liar, liar, pants on fire call. You like that one? My one friend that worked for the prosecutor office liked it. The liar, liar, pants on fire call. All they do is lie. They can't look or listen to their videos because they kicked in my door. They started stalking me. And with them stalking me, they started photoshopping scenes and then date rape drugging. I was doing research online about what amnesia drug you could use, date rape drug with a needle. It's actually called needle somebody. It's happening more in bars. They walk up and stab them. They can use ketamine, propofol, ecstasy, like they're claiming they did on me, and Rufinol. Okay, Rufium. Takes less than 60 seconds, and you're under their control 4 to 6 hours. Okay. So with it said that it even looks like you're going along with them because you're sleepwalking. So you're cooperative. You do when told what you're saying. That's why I woke up with hammers, bruises, cut on my leg. They were even hurting me under drugs. That's not funny. They did that. And so I wouldn't remember, and I'd be walking around and doing what they said. That's sick. It's attempted murder, kidnapping, and drug charges and stalking. They go to jail. Police and agencies can only be in a home under a threat of life. Failure to notify for initiating and speaking to the other person in the home is abuse and misconduct, and failure to protect is abuse and misconduct. And it goes into the right of privacy, illegal search and seizure. And so all the police, when I talk to them, don't worry about it, honey. What they did is illegal. We could never look or listen. They had no right in your home. We find out who was actually doing it. And that's why they're looking for that Steve and Eric. That they keep leaving their name on it. And they don't know who they are. They didn't have a court order. As if they would get a court order to watch me. I mean, even common sense. I have a right to privacy. I have a right to remain quiet. I have a right to an attorney. I have a right to a fair court trial, bail, and bond. I have a right not to be mistreated. Hello? They don't give you rights. A court order to take someone's constitutional rights away. It's illegal to be in somebody's home no matter what, except for special protective life cases. Police and agencies can only be in a home under a threat of life. Failure to notify for initiating and speaking to the other person in the home is abuse and misconduct. Failure to protect is abuse and misconduct. It goes into the right of privacy, illegal search and seizure. It's illegal to be in somebody's home no matter what. And they can't look or listen. Where they run around and saying da-da-da-da, that's all they can do. And all they do is slander me online. So some lady showed up a few weeks ago. I was in Macy's. They came up and said, they were telling everybody you had charges against you. We found out there's nothing. It's like, hello, I do home health care. It's a form of like STNA work. It's a form of nursing. You have to pass an FBI background check. They go federal to make sure that you never hurt anybody so that you can work with the disabled. I told my one coworker they were doing that. She started giggling. She said, they do realize what kind of work you do, right? You can't even have an accusation and keep your job. They found all the kids lying in 18. Yeah. Because they wanted that girl to get the house. I was in police protective custody at that time during the Protect Ally case. I'm still supposed to be. That's where's Reg. And, yeah, I'm still supposed to be. And they paid all these people not to do their jobs and let all these crimes happen to me. I told you there was an older African American man. His hair was black and it was starting to gray. He wore a short top hat. Even Dave's seen him out at the mall. He was running around telling everybody, I'm running it up here. Okay? No one can help her. He's for Dave and Michelle. Okay? And all those idiots up there. Oh, we stayed out of the gunshot night. And the guy running it wouldn't let us help her. Right within 2 weeks, Walmart 62, by the food counter, 30 men didn't have enough manhood or IQ in their head to pick up a phone when there's gunfire going off and I'm hiding on the floor. And the state paid them to protect me, not to listen to some idiot that was paid off and was barking orders and laughing at these people like they're damn fools for listening to them. And nobody came help me. Just like she almost got shot in the head driving, we have to live there in high danger failure to protect us against misconduct. The state did not hire them and pay them to listen to that man that worked for Dave and Michelle. They got hired to protect me and me only. You know, I got to thinking about the gunshot night. They said where that old lady's house, where the light went, okay, that it was actually a gun discharging in the dark. You know, I got to thinking that old lady was in the hospital. And she had a grown son. She also had a cat. I wonder if they shot at the cat. Because it scared them. When they broke in the wrong house. Now, the men on the other side of the duplex never came back. Okay? And I hope they didn't kill that lady's kid. But they never came back. And they were claiming that they were shot at running. And they burned everything on the side of the duplex. Within a month later, it's because of an ambulance. And the rocks are still scorched. You drive up and drive by it, the rocks are still scorched. I told you, the house before 4490 John Thomas, the male nurse, there was a white man with black hair, long black beard. I think it was his grown son he was talking about. Tried to grab me the next day when I ran from Dave. And he caught him and he ran back in the house. Canton went up and talked to him. And they were talking about it in Shine in February this year. We went and talked to our old neighbor. That gunshot night actually happened. You're kidding. No, it did. And I think it wasn't just a mean stunt. They actually did break in that old lady's apartment. And I'm not for sure what happened to those men on the other side. I know one of my guys that would say they were watching me. Half his face was purple and a big gash on it. So they said they were shot at running in the dark. And they were running through the woods and there's lights crossing, which would make sense. And gunfire going off and I went and hid on the floor not to get killed. And those idiots, and there's sirens in the distance, so there's the police report. And Dave's caught on home surveillance on a Protect Ally case. And an officer had talked to him September 27th, 18. And carrying around the house, Protect Home Custody for an informant was formed. So it is legal tapes and they do have him dead to rights. And that's where all this is rich. There is so many crimes in that legally barked house. It's like the Amish men in with the beards. And they have them dead rights if they actually pull that case. And this is a public disgrace of the legal system. and that nobody's corrected these people. They run around like Looney Tunes. They're insane, mentally insane people. They run around slandering me. Oh, this, oh, that. There's nothing against me. They're just lying. They're liar, liar, pants on fire. That's what's wrong with them. They're liar, liar, pants on fire. They're the retired Judge Pete Kiss Michelle's family ass. They give them money. They do what they say. They make fun of me. They let them rape me. They let them beat me. They let them torture me. They let them drug me. They let them try to shoot me. They let them do whatever they want to anyone in the world because they gave them money. They're paid off doofuses. And they're fine with that. They'll kiss that rich family's ass and they'll kill anybody for them. Out at my clients on Turquoise Street, they said we already realized the people doing this to her are the ones they hired to kill her. They are. There is nothing they have as admissible, and the Canton police already know that it is photoshopped and drugged. Date rape, like I said, those different date rape drugs, they come up and stab you, and it was right on the internet. It takes less than 60 seconds, and you're date rape drugged for 4 to 6 hours. It even looks like you're cooperating with them. You're going along, you're saying whatever they want you to say, you do what they're told. It's called roofing somebody. They can use Rufinol, they can use Propofol, they can use ketamine, and ecstasy. It can either be dissolved in a drink or they can stab you with a needle. And they said that needle thing is becoming more popular in bars, which is scary. Ladies, make sure on the holidays you take friends. Because all they have to do is walk up and stab you. Definitely. And trust me, it's not funny. These people are highly dangerous. My one neighbor, Mike, had got roofing in a bar. I had walked outside in the morning. He came up to me. I got a problem. I said, what's that? He's like, I don't know how I got home. I said, well, go sleep it off. He said, you don't understand. I've been sitting there for hours. I said, well, what do you remember? Well, the second beer in the bar. And he's a great big guy. I'm looking at him. I was like, just go sleep it off. He's like, you don't understand. He said, I got $80 in my pocket. I'm like, well, you better check your account. He checked his account. He had took $100 out. He's like, but what was in the box with mustard? And how did I change my shoes? I'm like, oh my God, they're ripping him. I said, just go sleep it off. And he went back to that bar, and during the second beer, he started talking crazy and told everybody he was an astronaut, other people to F off, and then let him drive around high all night. He took himself to the bank, himself out to eat, took himself home, changed his shoes, sat back down in his vehicle, and had no idea how he got out of the bar. He could have ran somebody over and not known it. These people are not funny how they're playing with people here. They're not funny. They run around and they slander me. And then when people find out that it's a shower scene, they drug me and told me say stuff with amnesia drugs, that they made everything up. People quit and then they find more low lives to fall for it. And then the Canton police are already looking for them, and they can't even look at it. Anybody looks at their tapes before, they lose their badge and go to jail. Like Officer Reinhardt in Louisville, it comes down to no matter what. Until Will took your statement and he agreed to protect you, they couldn't even be in your home. It would be illegal to look and listen. It'd be 5 years. Nobody's going to give up 5 years of their life to look at a legal search and seizure that the other cops already know it's altered. What they will do is arrest them for stalking, attempted murder, and drugs and kidnapping, though. And thank you for bringing your own evidence. Oh, someone helps them.